Hey guys, welcome to episode 9. For this hairstyle, I actually already had a plan. Unlike before that I would say, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Nah. I literally drew it out days before just to kind of like give myself a guide or don't get confused to know exactly what I was doing. So yeah, I knew exactly what I was doing for this hairstyle. I started by sectioning my hair in two parts, and I am using Marley hair extension for this look. This was part of the extension. If you know Marley hair, it usually comes in a long length. So I just cut it into two and used it to twist. Now, one tip I'll give for this twist is make sure the size of your twist matches the beads you are going to use later in the video. You're going to see why. You don't want it too chunky and you also don't want it too small. So basically, if you're using beads like mine that you will see later, you would need to match the size. You will need to match that with your extension size. So if your beads are smaller, then your twist have to be smaller. But you're gonna understand what I'm saying as we progress. Anyways, I just went ahead and twisted my hair the way you see me doing here. And I had two rows, three in the first row, three in the second, and then I repeated the same thing on the other side. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, let me just say it early now. Please do so. Like this video as well. It really encourages me to keep going with this series because I genuinely enjoy doing it. So, seeing your likes, comments, and engagement will just kind of like give me that extra push. Not that I will stop creating videos if I don't get these things, but it is definitely a boost. Now, once I finished twisting, I used my bead hook to start attaching the beads. I added 4 beads to each twist, then I started forming the shape I wanted, which was just to kind of like go around my forehead. I wanted it to just go around and cover my forehead. So that is what you see me doing here. And once I get the shape I want, I then crochet the tip of the twist into the root of another twist to hold it in place. Okay. Also, quick tip, make sure you're using textured hair extension like either Marley hair or kinky hair. If you use regular attachment, it might not hold well when you try to crochet it in place. It may or may not. I don't really know, but I just think in my head that it's best to kind of like use a textured hair extension. So once I get a desired shape that I want, I just tied it to secure it in place and then repeat the same process. Honestly, this is one of the easiest hairstyles I've done so far. Here you can see me taking down one of the twists. Remember I said the size matters, right? So this one was a bit too big and the bead won't pass like a certain level, so it couldn't fit, so I just had to redo it smaller. And so now that's why that tip is important. The size of the twist has to match your the size of your beads. Also, just to say, you might notice I am now doing more easy artistic hairstyles. I think I mentioned this in a previous episode. Some traditional styles take a lot of time, and I really want to be consistent with this series. So that is why I am choosing to combine more creative and unconventional looks you can easily DIY. So yeah, just expect more styles like this that are simple, artistic, and different, alongside conventional looks. Okay. So yeah, I'm just crocheting the last twist into the roots and securing everything. I ended up with 6 shapes in total. So after that, I repeated the same process on the other side. When I finished both sides, I felt like the middle looked a bit too empty, so I wanted something more dramatic. So I took a small section from the hair, set it, added beads to fill that space, and honestly, it made such a big difference. But I'll leave you guys to be the judge of that. Now, this hairstyle, if you're someone who cares a lot about clean parting, you might want help. But for me, that wasn't the vibe. Now for the back, I did Bantu knots. I just chose to do Bantu knots. When I first planned the style, I knew the back would be freestyle, and so you can just honestly choose to pack the hair as your freestyle. You can choose to do ponytail as your freestyle. You can choose to do anything. So I went for Bantu knots because it is very easy for me to just maneuver. So at this point, you will just do any freestyle that works for you. And I used Marley hair, this time the full length. Remember I said you already saw it earlier on in this video anyways, because I did show the full length what it looked like. And then I just did two strand twist and wrap them into the Bantu knot like this. And quick tip here, don't twist too tight at the root, just because when you start wrapping, it can get uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. You don't want that. And yeah, that's just basically it. So guys, let me know what you think. Would you try this hairstyle? Do you like it? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you in episode 10.